Can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat.
Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. It's me, Niall. Delighted as always to be joined by Owen, and we're here in final prediction mode for a really fascinating domestic clash this weekend as Ryan Garner, the unbeaten Ryan Garner, takes on Reece Belotti for the British Commonwealth and European super featherweight titles. Yeah, fascinating encounter. One I'm really looking forward to. And Owen, I think it's safe to say you are as well. A cracker this is. Let's jump straight in. No messing about. What is your final prediction for this one? Ryan Garner and Reece Belotti this Saturday night.
Thank you for having me on as always, mate. I think it's an absolute banger of a fight. I think it's it's going to be close. I think it's both men are going to meet in the middle. No one's going to hide. Big win for Ryan Garner against Salvatore Jimenez, if I said that right last time out. And yeah, I just think both men are going to meet in the middle. It's going to be a cracker, and I'm going to use the higher level experience of Reece Belotti to get a late stoppage. I know that might surprise a few. I think a lot of people will be backing this to go to points, but I think this could become a dogfight and a bit of a war at times. And I just think Belotti's got that higher level experience. He's been in with better names. And I just think that's going to prove key in this fight for me.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout at all, to be honest. I think you've hit the nail on the head. Stylistically, I think it's going to be excellent watch. Nobody's gonna give a quarter. They're gonna take center ring. Um, it's gonna gel fascinatingly, style wise, and they're both coming in with such confidence as well. Belotti's on a very good winning streak, good domestic wins. I think his last loss was like 4 years ago now. I think to Ray
Mhm.
Ford. So he's full of confidence riding the wave, and yeah, of course Ryan Garner unbeaten. Really good win against Archie Sharp. A good win against the unbeaten Salvador Jimenez. Yeah. Um, it's an interesting point you make, and because it was kind of what I was picking as well. That experience of Reece Belotti, I think could be telling here. I am gonna go points. I am gonna go Belotti points for exactly what you said. The experience against the top level kind of, well, a higher level of opponent than Ryan Garner has faced for the majority, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll go for a points win for Reece Belotti. He does have the edge in power as well, so the stoppage wouldn't be out of question. But yeah, it's just a great fight, and I'm gonna go Reece Belotti, but I'm not. I wouldn't be supremely confident on it. It's one of them that nothing would
Mhm.
surprise me here in this one, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, we're both going for Belotti's kind of experience to prove the most worthwhile here and get it done against Ryan Garner. So yeah, let's say just before we wrap up, there's a lot on the line for the winner of this. We are both going for Belotti, of course, the European title as well as the British and Commonwealth. He has suffered his losses and his setbacks, Reece Belotti. Can he go again to kind of push on towards a world title challenge at 130 pounds? And if he does, could you see him maybe getting it done the way that the landscape of that division is at the minute?
Um, I think he could push on because as you mentioned, the Ray Ford, Jordan Gill, that 3-fight loss streak would break a lot of fighters, but he went again. He's been in some barnstormers since. When you look at the landscape, your Nunes, Shaki Foster, etc. He's not beating any of them, but he'll get another big fight, and I know he probably may not look towards Reece Belotti, but especially after his last win, Jazza Dickens, that could be a fight that would be stylistically it'd be brilliant. I think that'd appeal to fans. Again, I don't think either of them are going to go anywhere. Neither of them are exactly the slickest of boxers, the lightest on their toes, sort of thing. So I think that's a really good fight for me. Obviously Jazza Dickens will be looking at world honours more so than Reece Belotti, but the money's right. It's a good domestic fight. I just think when you look at the likes of Navarrete, Nunes, Oshaki Foster, is Reece Belotti getting close to any of them? I think they probably all stop him, to be honest. But if he wins this, then he can rightly stake his claim to get a big fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think, if he does win this, it has to be a big, big fight next. If Jazza Dickens is a great shout, to be honest, it's a name that I didn't actually even think of. A man riding his own wave of confidence and momentum after the run he's been on. That win a couple of weeks ago against Bartagaziev was outstanding. He looked phenomenal. So yeah, that'd be a big domestic fight for both. I'd love to see that. Yeah, in terms of the world champions, the likes of Navarrete or Shaki Foster, names like that, I think it would be a step too far. Nobody would begrudge him a shot, but I think there's just levels to it for a reason, and it showed against the likes of Ray Ford when he stepped up to that kind of world class level. There's no shame in it, but it's just they are quality champions. They really are, and formidable. So you say the likes of Navarrete with his aggression and his power could be a bad night for Reece Belotti, but yeah, I really admire how he's picked himself back up after his setbacks. As you said, that three fight losing streak would have killed a lot of fighters off. So to bounce back the way he has been absolutely commendable here. And yeah, this is an outstanding fight against Ryan Garner this Saturday night. It really is. You've got the experience of Belotti and the undefeated confidence of Ryan Garner, and three historic and important belts on the line. So yeah, it has all the ingredients of a classic. It really does, especially stylistically, as we said. So yeah, that was just all we have time for on this one. Myself and Owen giving our final predictions for this weekend's fascinating domestic clash between Ryan Garner and Reece Belotti for British, Commonwealth, and European honours at super featherweight, leaving the winner in a big, big position to maybe challenge for a world title in the next year, 18 months or so. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Myself and Owen are both going for a Reece Belotti win. Do you disagree? Do you think Garner gets it done? Get involved down below. And as always, don't forget, drop a like on this video first of all. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ESBR Boxing and follow us on all social media. Owen, it was a pleasure and take care.
Pleasure as always, mate.